Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Tarot Tuesdays, where we explore all things tarot. I answer tarot questions and present a general reading. Whenever you find the reading, there just might be some information to help you with some direction, some clarity, possibly some inspiration and motivation for your life. My name is Claire Candy Hough, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my #1 Amazon international best-selling book, I Am an Angelic Walk-in, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. This, along with my other #1 Amazon international bestseller, which is One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, can be found on my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. It can be purchased in print or ebook from Amazon, and if you love to listen to audio books, both can be downloaded and purchased on audible.com. Now, I'd like to welcome back my loyal subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in again. It's lovely to be in your energies, and thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing. It does mean a lot to help my channel to grow. And for those who are finding the Claire Candy Hough YouTube channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself. Through my full-time business, Angel Healing House Healing Practice, which just celebrated our 19th year as I created it in 2003. I'm a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world. I am a clairvoyant, psychic tarot card reader. I do past life clearings, Akashic readings, and also ancestral clearings. I also do twin flame reconnection, energetic reconnection, whether your twin flame is on the earth plane or they're across the veil. So I'd like to remind everyone that today, which is May 31st, 2022, is the very last day I'm offering specially discounted 25% off of all services to celebrate Angel Healing House's 19th year anniversary. Intuitive counseling, angel tarot card reading, past life clearings, ancestral healings, twin flame reconnection sessions and Reiki sessions are all available at 25% off. To take advantage of that, the sessions must be booked and paid for by the end of the day today on May 31st, 2022. But it can be scheduled after this date. So please do phone Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716, or you can visit angelhealinghouse.com. I'd like to share a lovely testimonial from one of my tarot students who wrote, "I was lucky enough to learn tarot from Claire Candy Hough, and now I have a deeper meaning of the cards. Her understanding of the meanings was so in-depth. Her understanding of the history and symbolism was truly beautiful." Excuse me. "I would go into any reading now feeling so confident that I could not only give an accurate reading, but trust myself to bring forth my intuition, to present the messages that were meant for the querent. Thank you so much, Candy." And that comes from Stephanie in Los Angeles, California. For those who are interested, I will be using my cards, the Angel Healing House Tarot deck. And this is what the backs of them look like. And yes, that's me. That's the logo, the mascot for Angel Healing House. And hopefully these cards will be available for you to purchase by the end of 2022. Hopefully they'll come out sometime in the fall. But before then, let's go to our question, because Tarot Tuesday always begins with a question. And the question is, why? Why is symbolism so important to learning and reading the tarot? Well, personally, I feel that while symbolism does matter when reading cards, especially those cards that follow traditional tarot, it is not the be-all and end-all, because so much of what a perceptive tarot card reader shares comes from their intuition and the messages that they receive from their higher source, and their higher source being their angels, their spirits, and their guides. Now, in the past decades, there have been an absolute explosion of different tarot card decks with different images. But no matter what the image is, they all are a pictorial version, an illustrated version that was created to help us tap into stored memory of their meanings. No matter what the theme of the tarot cards are, I've seen some for cat lovers, for dog lovers, those that love images of mermaids, angels, fairies, flowers, gods, goddesses. And one of my all-time favorite is the Labyrinth Tarot featuring David Bowie. And there are so many others out there. But their images work to assist us in reading the cards by acting as gateways and portals to those stored up memories of ours. And those memories are associations. Excuse me. These collective memories grew over eons and eons of time in the collective consciousness by seeing repeating themes across cultures and time, and they developed into a system of recognizing different archetypes. Now, for instance, when many tarot card readers see the Emperor card, it's seen by many as a person who is diplomatic, somebody who is loved for their sense of fairness, their sense of integrity. They're seen as a loving father figure. When we tap into a universal theme, it makes a system like tarot accessible to all. But it's also crucial to build a connection with your cards so that when we look at the images, we have a natural, flowing, intuitive response to what we see and what we feel. This ability to be a free-flowing channel comes from having a solid connection with the cards and a solid foundation of the symbols in the cards. Along with the traditional symbols, many tarot card readers take note of, let's say, the color of the cards. So if I'm reading for somebody and these three cards come out, the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Chariot, not only would I say, it's your lucky day, these are wonderful cards, of independent wealth, of hard work, being recognized, and also victory. So there's two victory cards here. Some people say that this is the 1111 card. But one of the things that I would notice most of all is that they're all bright, sunny yellow. And this indicates to me positivity, optimism, hope, and reassurance for what is going to be on your path. So some people, along with the traditional meanings, they notice things like color. Another thing that people notice is if there are numbers that are repeating. If this came up in a spread, the Magician, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Immediately, I would see that they're all ones. And ones, to me, numerologically, denote fresh starts, new beginnings, could also mean leadership roles as well. Again, if you have several knights come up in a reading, it really does mean that something will be presented to you, or you'll receive some information in order for you to take action on, because knights in the tarot are all about taking action. When I do teach tarot, I remind my students to take note of other symbols like animals in the cards. Animals all have meanings. The turtle. The turtle is a symbol of grounding. Grounding. It's not just your dreaming or your visual thought, visualizing. It's taking grounded action and grounding your intentions into the earth If the rabbit is coming up in the card, a rabbit means either fertility or creativity. Clouds often appear in the tarot decks because of things being hidden or not revealed yet. Rainbows are about wishes coming true, about our hopes. Gates are portals to go through. Mountains are things to attain. Because by learning the different symbols in tarot, these prompt us to remember and connect with certain associations. Now, in many ways, the tarot is very much akin to learning a new language. When we start out learning, we are inundated by all the different parts, trying to make sense to be able to communicate in this new language. The word, and if we start learning, let's say, a different language, we have to learn the word meanings, the pronunciation, the grammar, the different dialects, remembering the meanings of the cards, and then taking note of the color, the number, even its astrological placement. If I see this card, the Temperance card comes up, immediately I think of Sagittarius because it's associated with Sagittarius. If the Death card comes out, this is associated with the zodiacal sign of Scorpio, and Justice is the card of Libra. So all of these things are automatic. They should be automatic. Plus the placement and the meaning of the position of the card in a certain tarot spread that one is using, to put all of these things together can be so daunting, to say the least. And might I add, perceptive, intuitive tarot spread readers or card readers do this all in an instant. And they can do this because when they started out, they did it bit by baby bit, step by step. When we first start out, we should not put pressure on ourselves. And just like we wouldn't expect to speak a new language after learning it for a couple of days, little by little we'll become more fluent and able to easily converse as this new dialect becomes like second nature to us after a while. Which leads us to a next question. Why? Why do some people have different meanings for the cards? Well, because each of us is an individual. Like snowflakes, no two of us are exactly the same. People have different meanings for the cards because it depends on how or where or who someone learned tarot from. Also, they may be using a very different deck to what we are using. Say, for instance, the Tarot de Marseille. These cards are traditional, but they have very different physical descriptions and definitive characteristics. So it might depend on the deck that they're using. I taught tarot to a student who knows how to read the cards very well traditionally, the traditional meanings. But with each card she turns over, she goes into an intuitive trance and brings forth a message from her angels that sometimes does not seem to apply to the traditional meaning of the card, but contains relevant information for the querent's journey. This happens when we allow the cards or our spirit guides to show us a way to read the cards. In this case, my student is allowing her guides to guide her and see the card the way that they want her to be guided to see it. And it's very insightful. It's very informative and very revealing for the people that she reads for. So, which then leads me to another question that I have been asked. Can someone create their own tarot card meanings? And the answer to this is an overwhelming, resounding yes. Perhaps when we see a card come up time and time again, and we receive an intuitive nudge that it means something else rather than the traditional meaning, it does no harm in trying out that meaning the next time the card appears. In this way, we get an individual, personalized experience of reading the cards, and we develop our psychic muscles. For instance, whenever I see the Emperor card appear, I hear the words, "Who's the boss?" This could mean it's time to boss up, or that we'll be promoted, or to act like we are large and in charge so others will treat us like a boss and they will respect what we do. Another card meaning for me is with the Eight of Pentacles. And every time this card comes up, 8 is the number of abundance. And for me, I call this the being remarkable card. Being recognized for our craftsmanship, being recognized for what we are good at, and acknowledged for that. One of the most powerful tools we have when learning tarot, regardless of the standard meaning of the cards, is we need to trust what the cards are telling us, or what our guides are telling us, because in this way, we are allowing the gates of intuition to be open and to flow freely for us. So let's go to the Angel Healing House tarot cards and do a 10-card spread. Now, if you've been watching the last couple of Tarot Tuesdays, I explained the 10-card traditional Celtic cross and the meanings. But once again, if you haven't seen those, what I'll do is I'll explain each position for each card. And let me clear the cards. As I've spoken about in previous Tarot Tuesdays, is there are different ways to clean the cards and clear them. One is with sound. Another is with incense, through the smoke and smudging them. Another one is through knocking on the cards 3 times and saying, "Wakey, wakey, wakey cards." We're going to do a new reading. So this is for this coming week. Or if you find this reading at another time, it just might hold some information that's pertinent to your journey at that time. Okay. But I'm looking into this coming week. We are right on the verge, May 31st, 2022. As I'm videoing this, we're about to enter into June. New month. Mercury retrograde is about to go forward on June the 3rd. Hearing lots of people sing hallelujah. We're coming up to the summer solstice. Many in the northern hemisphere are making their plans for summer adventures and venturing out in the warmer weathers and the warmer weather. Then I have my clients and beautiful family in Australia that's just gone through autumn and they're hunkering down for the winter. A lot of people don't know about Australia. They think it's all sunshine and beaches, but it can get very cold in both Melbourne and in Sydney and in Adelaide. So, oops. One more shuffle. Oops. Okay. Now, whatever way you split the deck is the way that you is right for you. I like to cut it into 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to ask the posse of angels which deck to use. Okay. Is it the first one? Is it the second one? They want me to use the third one. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I, Angel Ariel, am part of an angelic family, and we are the posse of angels. So, I just had a squizzy at the bottom of the card, and it's the Knight of Pentacles. So let's see how that features in. Our first card, woohoo! First card comes out is the Chariot. Now, This is our general situation. And with Mercury moving forward, with today, actually yesterday, today is the new moon in Gemini. And this closes out this eclipse cycle. It was very difficult this past month for so many people as we integrated so many higher energies, and it was very disruptive, both physically and emotionally. But we're going into a much lighter time. And with Mercury going forward on June 3rd and sort of getting out of its shadow phase another 7 to 10 days after that, there will be forward motion for many. And this will entail recognition of our projects, promotion. This calls out of the blue to reward us. And many people will be moving. Many people will be moving locations. Some people will be getting new cars. This is a lot of movement in the Chariot. And the traditional meaning is victory, rewards, and promotion, and triumphing over, well, many of us are just going to be really happy that we triumphed over May and we actually made it to June. So this is the general situation. And in a Celtic cross, all of the cards, every single one of the cards can be related back to this card. So this is our general situation here. And it's the 7. I always call the number 7 is doing work of the divine. And many people will be stepping on their dharmic path, their soul's highest purpose, as we get presented with information and opportunities as we go into June and the next couple of months to show us where we're going and what we'll be doing. So that's very exciting that the Chariot came out. Now, the next card is what is crossing us. What is crossing our path when it comes to victory, triumph, moving forward. Now, what's crossing can either help us or hinder us. I would say that this is going to be helping us. Look at this card. This is my sun card. She has the bluebird of happiness on her finger. And there's the mouse. There's Gabriel the mouse that features in all of my 22 major arcana cards. And he has a ladybird, a ladybug on his finger, mirroring the happiness that this joyful child has. So the traditional meaning of the sun card is hope, is optimism, is positivity, is the sun will come out tomorrow, is brightness on the horizon after so long of not having a clue as to where we were going or what we were going to be doing. Many of us are going to be taking flight, just like these beautiful bluebirds. The colors in this card are the bright, sunny yellow, optimism, positivity, and the blue, clear skies. Nothing but blue skies. So there we have it. And I would definitely say that this one, going back to the general situation, the Chariot, is definitely helping us. We are going to feel like we are reborn. So much of the sun card is about the inner child. And we're going to feel lighter. We're going to feel brighter, especially as we are coming up to the Sagittarius full moon on the 16th and the 15th. And my rising sign is Sag. And it's something inside of us that wants to be childlike and wants to be curious and wants to discover and wants to go on more adventures and more if we allow it. And as we go into the rebirthing of this summer solstice on June 21st, all of this is making us feel lighter and brighter and more connected with the inner child. The next position down is the root of the base of the reading, if you were, and this is the Page of Swords. Now, pages in the tarot are all about messages. They're all about messages coming in. Some people have said that the Page of Swords is the youngest of all the messengers messengers in the tarot deck. He also is very immature, but he's bringing in a message that is going to help bring comfort to us. It's going to help bring healing, and we'll feel nurtured by it. I have put the pelican in this card to denote that feeling of being nurtured and nourished, and this information that is coming in, phone, email, text, whatever that is, snail mail in the olden ways, it will help us. It will bring a smile to our face as we will be recognized, and we will know where we're going and what we will be doing and how we will be serving. And it's very exciting with the messages coming in. Here we go. So there's the lovely Page of Swords. Next card is we take an arc up and we go to the next one, which is the past. So let's see how the past figures in with the rest of these cards. And we always take it back once again to the general situation, which is the Chariot that we chose. Well, the Knight of Wands is another card of movement. What you have done in the past, whether that's when maybe you wrote a book, or maybe you created a radio program or a blog, or maybe you did something creative. You wrote a screenplay, or you wrote a composition, or you painted a picture, or something that you did has caused the universe to take notice and the energies to start swirling around, so that will be that card that creates that movement forward. The Knight of Wands is often called, this is another one when he comes up, I say he's the ants in his pants, because he's so excited about just moving forward. And we can see those. His horse is just so excited. He's scaring those pheasants from under the brush. But there's swirling energies. This is indicative of many people who are going to be moving locations in order to be serving in a brand new way. So another thing that's important about the tarot is wherever there are horses denote our personal power in the tarot. And so far, with the Chariot card, we have 2 Pegasus horses there, and then we have the Knight of Wands in the past. So let's just keep that in mind with repeating things in the tarot and see what other symbols come up. Now, the top of the Celtic cross, the 10-card Celtic cross, is, some people call it the crown of the reading, or the higher consciousness. It's like the umbrella which all of these cards sit underneath. Remember that it goes back to the general situation. This is the 3rd card of moving. It's the 6 of Swords. You see, we've gotten out of the storm of May. May was very difficult for many people. I helped so many people through May, helped myself through May, physically and emotionally disruptive month. After we've gone through January, March, April, May was the 5th number, 5, and 5 is the number often of challenges and changes. We get to the 6th card, and the 6th card is about balance, is about harmony, is a restoring smoother waters in our life. So we've crossed the storm there, and then we've come into the inlet where it's nice, calm waters for us to work from. And certainly we're going to be shown different ways to serve and where we're going to be moving to. So that's the third movement card in the tarot. Wow. So that says a lot. Okay, so next card is the near future. Excuse me. So remember, the cards always go back to the Chariot. The Chariot, victory, triumph. It's about being recognized, moving, some kind of movement. The near future has us holding the world in our hand. The Two of Wands is one of those cards where it comes out where I immediately think the world is your oyster. We have walked this path, no matter how long you've walked this path, to get to your castle, to get to who you authentically are, dropping all judgment, accepting all responsibility, being forgiving, being grateful and appreciative for your blessings, and being unconditionally loving, non-reactive. And now from this integrated part of our powerful, sovereign, multidimensional self, this is where we're going to be creating our worlds. The work that we do, the people that we're going to be connecting with. It's just so wonderful. The world is your oyster. The world is yours. The two, what I'm hearing from the posse of angels is they're saying that we are going to bring to us our soul family. Our soul family are those people who we'll be collaborating with, who we'll be connecting with. Our endeavors, our projects to attain, see the mountains, to attain those things in the world and bring a lot of light to the world. As you can see, the light in this card is really, really overwhelming, especially there at the top. So a lot of partnerships are going to be formed in the near future to get us on that path of victory and of triumph. Okay, next card that's coming out is how we feel about ourselves, how we project ourselves out into the world. Some people call it their psychological state, but let's see how this one refers back to the Chariot. And we have another major arcana card. So far, we have 3 major arcana cards. These are life decisions rather than everyday normal and routine decisions. And how we project ourselves out is with a new perspective. The Hanged Man is often a card of suspension, but they're saying in this case, it's about our whole perspective and our whole perception of ourselves in the world is going to change. And in order for us to serve in the highest way, we have to let go and surrender and release the old us, or those things that do not serve us any longer. So it's with a brand new perspective that we are going to be seeing ourselves being of service in the world and how we can triumph over those things and make movement forward with our new perspectives and our new perceptions. The next card is something which is totally out of our control. This is the unseen force, or how the environment sees us in regard to the victory and not only the victory, but the triumph in the general situation here. We have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is that ideas person. Is an authority when it comes to his vision, his creativity, his ideas. And that's how many people are going to see us now, because they're going to recognize who we are. They're going to promote, whether this is financially or this is supportively, emotionally, or wanting to collaborate with us. They see us now because we've allowed ourselves to be seen for who we are authentically. And this is a person in an authoritative position, assured of our ideas and our creativity and our vision. So that's wonderful. Next position is our hopes and our fears when it comes to the Chariot, the general situation. Well, our hope is that we'll be celebrating. Look at these three ladies with their diaphanous gowns and they're toasting. Our hope is also that this is our soul family coming in, and our soul family gets us. We just feel so comfortable around each other. Don't have to explain ourselves. We have the same consciousness, the same high resonance, and it just feels so delicious. That is our hope. Now, because it's hopes and fears, our fear could be that we will not be meeting these people. But the posse of angels are saying that each and every one of us will now be connected to our soul family, because we're going to be stepping onto our dharmic paths. And it will be important to go from just having to do things ourselves to the connections and the collaboration, when the sum of the parts will be greater than the whole. So there's the celebration. We're going to be celebrating our victory. Remember, the cards always go back to the general situation. We're going to be celebrating a victory coming up for us. When Mercury goes forward, the new things that this Gemini new moon today on May 31st is bringing in, and going to that lighter, brighter energies in June. And the outcome for it is our wishes coming true. Make a wish. There's only one wish card in the 78 deck. And this coming out as an outcome is saying that it's the fulfillment of your wishes. Now, the posse of angels have always said to me, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. If you've wished for a higher position, it comes with more authority. It comes with more responsibility. You might even have to put in more time. You might even have to sit on more meetings. But look at those fairies. Each one of them has a cup to fulfill your wishes. And the blue genie is saying, your wish is my command. How wonderful. And I did peek under the deck. This is something that is a hidden message for us. And it's the Knight of Pentacles. Now, it's interesting here. When we look over this 10-card spread, we have cups. Cups are our emotions. We have wands, which are our ideas, our creativity, our vision. We have swords, which are our mental clarity, breakthroughs. But not once do we have pentacles. But underneath the deck is hidden the Knight of Pentacles, where we'll be taking action to something that we love, which will bring in, as a result of doing this that we love and being recognized and having victory on this, then the material wealth and the money will come in. But that's not the focus. That's not the focus of this. We're not doing it specifically for that, but it will come in as a result of that. So beautiful, absolutely beautiful reading. I hope that's been helpful for you. It was helpful for me. I'm so excited going into June. If you would like an intuitive tarot card reading with myself and my wonderful angelic family, the Posse of Angels, do call Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716. Do remember that's Pacific Standard Time, as we're in Los Angeles, California. Or you can go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. Go out, everybody, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love And as always, angel blessings. I do hope to hear from you in a couple of days' time as my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show, now in its 11th year, we speak about the astrological aspects and the channeled messages for the first 20-25 minutes, and then I take callers for free mini angel readings from callers calling into the show. So perhaps you'll call into the show for a free mini angel reading this coming Thursday. It's a weekly show at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm wishing you love, as always, and angel blessings. And I look so forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.